Hey y'all, got my Reddit pipe of the year, David Hubert Egg, and smoking some St. James Flake. I want to talk a little bit today about variable experiences. This is the second day in a row I smoked this pipe, and it has a little bit to do with my haven't dedicated this pipe to anything. And I tend to be anal about pipe dedication, probably more so than is necessary, but it kind of gives me a routine, and I can be bad about making choices sometimes. And if I have, I know, okay, I'm going to smoke this blend, I'm going to smoke it in this pipe, ready to go. Helps me out. Anyway, put some Orion's Arrow, I believe, from Cornell & Deal through this pipe back in the winter when I first got it. Thought it went pretty well. It was a new blend to me. I thought, well, maybe this will be a Virginia Oriental pipe, because it's a Virginia Oriental Perique. Maybe a little stronger on the Perique. Then I got a Wayne Type-In pipe, because there was a flash sale in Smoker's Haven. You've seen that. And has a little bit smaller bowl, and that's something in some of my Oriental blends. I found I like smaller bowls for whatever reason. I remember that with when I had some Cornell & Deal Oriental Silk. This Golden Age has some Oriental in it, Virginia Perique, Oriental, Black Cavendish, Burley. It's kind of a kitchen sink blend, but I thought the Oriental came through a bit in that, and I liked that one in a small bowl. So I thought, okay, had a small bowl pipe, then the Type-In pipe is a Type-In pipe's a smaller bowl. So I thought maybe that'd be a good one to use. Excuse me, what should I smoke in this pipe? And not too long ago, I got rid of my Virginia Perique pipe. It was a good smoker, but traded it off because the bit was a little bit thick for my liking. Anyway, the guy I traded with is happy with it, I believe. And I'd gotten some new pipes, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll make that Stanwell horn I recently opened, that Dublin horn 126 shape. And that's been smoking St. James Flake and McClellan 2015 pretty well. So I thought, okay, good, there's my Virginia Perique pipe. What to do with this guy? And here's where the variable experience came in. I thought, well, Ryan's Arrow worked. It's Virginia Perique plus Oriental. I could smoke that in my Virginia Perique pipe, but being anal as I am about these sorts of things, I said, I have a separate pipe for Virginia Perique Plus. And so I thought, another blend I enjoyed smoking, Cornell & Deal's Three Friars, that's Virginia Perique plus Burley. Thought, So yesterday, grabbed my egg, grabbed my Three Friars, fired it up, and it wasn't doing it for me. Wasn't as good as I remembered. It was more burley forward, not as sweet. I got a nice graham cracker sort of sweetness when I had smoked that before, and I didn't get any. And I don't know what actually caused that. It could be a few things. When I smoked it before, it was from a different sample. I got some more in a trade I did on a forum, and so I used that newer sample to smoke. And it could be just a difference in bulk. Maybe they accidentally grabbed a little bit more Virginia when they packaged my sample, and this other guy had a portion that somehow ended up with more burley. Maybe I was smoking from the bottom of the bag where all the burley had fallen, or before I was smoking from the bottom of the bag where all the Virginia had fallen. I don't know if the components settled in a way like that. But it was definitely a different experience, I remember. And I've kind of been puzzled because I've seen a lot of people call Three Friars a burley blend. And when I smoked it before, it was way more Virginia forward. And I thought, well, the burley's there, but more of a Virginia blend. It's past time I can see what people are saying. I have to go retract some statements online about Three Friars. But that all goes to show you that, as I've said before, when you're reviewing tobacco or making up your mind whether or not you like one, you need to give a tobacco a chance, smoke it in different pipes, smoke it multiple times, because sometimes you just have an off day. Yesterday could have been an off day. You need to do the same with pipes. Sometimes a certain pipe will just sing with a certain tobacco, or vice versa. A certain tobacco, don't really like it, but when it hits that pipe, the right combination of something in the briar or something in the geometry of the bowl, or a combination of the mechanics in the airway meeting the bowl, or something, sometimes a blend will really do good. Conversely, sometimes you just have a bad match. So, as I'm kind of anal about my dedication of pipes to certain blends or blend categories, I need to remember, and you need to remember as well, pipes and tobacco don't always do exactly what you want them to. When you're dedicating or getting a new pipe and figuring out what you're going to smoke in it, sometimes you have to experiment a bit. I have some pipes where I just kind of made the decision, Stanwell on an Iverson I have. It was the nicest pipe I had at that time, and I said, this is going to be my best brown flake pipe, because that was my favorite blend. I think it's been passed by Old Dark Fired, but still a great Virginia blend, best brown by Sam Galwith. And that's all I've ever smoked in it. Kind of an extreme dedication to just one blend. I may loosen that up and smoke some full Virginia flake in there as well, but just, those two, same blender, pure Virginia. And sometimes you may try something like that and it may not work. I was thinking, okay, this is going to be my Virginia Perique Plus pipe, Virginia Perique Burley, Virginia Perique Oriental, Virginia Perique Cavendish maybe, or whatever. And a lot of times you can get fairly close if you know the bowl diameter. I like about a 3/4 inch for my Virginia Periques. Maybe 7/8 inch for Englishes, maybe Burleys. Usually for Virginia, I like a deeper bowl, because if I run out of time, I can DGT. Some of those wider bowls that pack a lot of tobacco, I don't always like a super tall bowl, especially if it's a strong Burley blend. But you also sometimes have to listen to what the pipe and the tobacco are telling you. Sometimes you think, this is going to be a great pipe for this tobacco. And sometimes it just isn't. Sometimes, on the other hand, it just happens perfectly right. And then sometimes you have a variable experience. Sometimes you just have something, and one-time deal, sort of single shot. Wow, that was just a bad bowl yesterday, but I may try some more Three Friars in here, and it could be great. So, experiment, experiment, experiment. You could have variable experiences. You could have things in there that are affecting you one way or another that you're not used to, or you don't realize. So try it again, try it with something else, try in a new pipe, try the pipe with a different blend, try the same blend again later, and you may find a winning combination. That's a bit of a ramble, but that's what's on my mind today. hopefully that'll be educational and helpful for some of you. Happy puffing.